Hello, Box1 here, and this is going to be just a small little one-off video, because I'm still going to have a video coming out tomorrow with probably a Star Wars set. Don't know which one, because I'm actually kind of running out of complete Star Wars sets in my collection that I can show off, but today we're going to be looking at a Connect set. I never got a Connect set before, so this is kind of my first ever Connect set. And this is a set from 1997. And it's sealed, which is why the actual reason I got it. If it wasn't sealed, I wasn't going to get it. But, I mean, never had a Connect set, and I kind of want to have one just to see how it is. So, we're going to get into this. I don't know if you have to build these separately, or if they're all built at the same time. I'm guessing separately, because that's a lot of pieces, and this set has 111. But yeah, it is sealed. Don't know how to open this. I think I'm just going to open the top, because it looks like it has, like a flap you can open. So, I'm going to open it, and then I'll show you what's inside. And we have it opened. Bent it slightly, but I think it's fine. You can see the glue didn't exactly detach, but it's time to open this. I've never had a Connect set before, so this should be interesting. And you can see it comes in bags. Didn't know that. You can jump this out, and there we go. We have, I'm guessing, Connect's Power of Connects, and then this is probably the manual for building. Now, you can see all these nice sealed pieces. I think it comes with, the figure, which has to be assembled. What do we do first in the instructions? I don't know anything about... Oh, it folds out like that. Okay, I'm going to fold these out so I can actually know what I'm doing. So, opening up the manual, you can see how to create the figure. Very complicated, with all those little pieces. And then the actual instructions, I don't know how easy this is going to be to build, because this has... what, 6 steps total? Yeah, we're gonna see if it's it's very similar to the old Lego manuals that had only a couple steps, but even here, it's way more crowded into one page. So I'm gonna build this first model, which seems to be the mini copter, and I guess that's also what's on the front of the box. We're gonna get into it with my, I guess, review of it. Oh yeah, and the figure, of course. And that is all for one figure. Now, I am a Lego channel, so I'll probably compare it a bit to Lego, because, I mean, they are building toys, and they came out around the same time, I believe. I know this was probably around in the 50s and stuff like that. So, I'm going to build this, or try to, and we will be back with the figure, and then probably after that, build this. And I built the figure, and while building him, I realized his head, the top dome piece, actually looks very similar to something I got in a Lego haul that I was going to throw out, but I decided looks kind of cool. I got a couple more of these. I think I have another in this, like, trans neon green color, and then I got another in black. Don't know if it's blurry or not, but kind of cool. And then, it's actually not that hard to build. It does take a little time, I will say that. Lego figure, it's just click, 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 put the 4 pieces together, or whatever. But for this one, it does take a little bit more time, but I won't say it's too hard. Now, I was scared about putting the body together because it's not like a smooth click. Like, most of these you can slide together pretty easily. This one, you have to actually put some force into it and really wedge the 2 pieces together. I really wish it was just a single piece. If I were to critique this set that is older than me. But, yeah. I quite like this minifigure, or figure, I guess. I think it's quite cool. It has great articulation, I will say. Much better than Lego figures in terms of articulation. Still know how to do articulation besides side to side, but the arms has elbows, knees, feet joints. Pretty cool. Now, it does come with a couple extra pieces, which I was confused about at first. I was like, why are there extra pieces? Did I forget something? But apparently, it just has those. So, kind of cool. I guess maybe there's different types of figures, and they just all have the same type of pack with different pieces. But yeah, enough with the figure. I'm going to get on to this. And it is done. And these are the extra pieces, but this is the build. Quite large. I expected it to be quite small, given that I've never played with Connects anymore. I thought them to be a bit smaller than this, but they are quite large. You can see the figure is also quite large in my hand. You could already see before, but he is quite big. And it doesn't look too bad. Now, the build process, I will say, was a bit odd. As I said, they throw basically all the steps at you at once, so you don't really have any time to contemplate, or you have to take a lot of time to question where pieces exactly go or what type of pieces. Also, the color was a bit weird. Blue pieces are actually this, like, dark blue, and then the green's also a bit off. All the colors are slightly off, but you can definitely, if you just look at the pieces you have, you can figure it out. It does have some cool functions. I will say, it does look good, and it has some nice functions. This can turn, as well as the little thing it's on. It does have some cool functions as well, and this is one of them. You can flap that, and that can move. The thing underneath it can also move. I don't know if it's supposed to, but it does. And then this, obviously, has to move as well. And it does move quite well, and for quite a bit of time. Now, what I was worried about when building this is snapping some of the pieces in. I was worried about them breaking, but they're actually quite sturdy plastic. Now, I think it is quite a sturdy build as well. It won't really come apart unless you really try and flick one of them off. But they are quite well connected, and it does look quite good. So I'm going to put the figure on, and we shall see how it looks. And that's what it looks like with the figure on. I'll try and hold it up to show you. And yeah, it looks a bit goofy. Obviously, it is a mini copter, it's called, so it's a bit smaller than your average helicopter. But it can fit the figure in there. He may get a little haircut from the blades, but yeah, they spin perfectly fine with him on there. And it is very swooshable. Blades do still move when it's swooshing around, as you can see. Very nice. Ooh. But you do have to take it apart to build the other two models, and I will do that here just because, I mean, this is a review of the set, kind of. And, yeah, I'm going to take this apart and then build the second model, which is this airplane. So that should be interesting. And we're back with the second build, and it does look pretty good. It's a small little airplane, and it looks like a little airplane. It looks pretty good. And this guy's head does stick out a bit on the top, but yeah, he holds on to those, and he can put his feet really anywhere. And yeah, it has little wheels on the bottom as well, one on either side, and they do work pretty well. The back looks like a tail of an airplane, so how it's supposed to. And that's basically it. They do have some interesting techniques to kind of make the shape like that, where they kind of bend the things. But yeah, it's a pretty good model. I do like that. One thing I will say, taking these things apart is much harder than you would see with some other building toys like Lego. It does take a while, and it does hurt your hands sometimes. But yeah, I do like these build though. I think it looks nice. Next, we're going to go on to the hang glider. So that should be interesting. And we have the third build built, and this is the hang glider. It is pretty nice. I like the shaping on it, especially. It was very interesting to do, and you can see how that figure just would hold on to those bars and has his legs on the other bars back there. And there are these little blue things on there. I don't think they're necessary, but they exist. I forgot to put it on this side. There's a good couple of them in this set. But yeah, it doesn't look too bad. I'll show you. It does roll around the ground as well with those wheel pieces, and it is quite swooshable, you could say. It wouldn't glide, I don't think, because it doesn't have enough surface area up here. So if you did throw it off like a staircase or something, it would probably just tumble and explode. But I will say, it's well constructed, and I do like it. I think it looks quite good as well. But yeah, that's basically it for the three sets. My opinion is that they're really good. I do quite like this, and quite like the builds for all three. They look like what they're supposed to be. I like the figure especially. I think it looks pretty good. And then, yeah, I like this set. But there was one thing that I did want to see. I didn't check this out yet, but there's this NEX, Power of NEX handbook, or little book here. And I'm going to open it for the first time and see what's actually inside. First, I'm going to clean this mess up. Let's open it for the first time and see what's actually inside this thing. Don't know how it opens exactly. I guess it's like a, kind of like a poster maybe? I'll open that quickly. And there we go. This is kind of like a spreadsheet of the sets that, I guess, were here. And we could see there was a mail-in, which is pretty cool for Hatfield, PA. Kind of interesting. And then, I don't know where that is. But that's pretty cool. I wonder if it would work. It would not, but that's kind of cool. And then there's, let's see, just all these cool sets. The Lost Mines, solar power sets. That actually sounds really cool with electronics. Kind of like, whatever you call them, that one Lego theme that came out a while ago, back in the early 2000s. I honestly forget. How do I forget this? It should be obvious. But we have this power. That's a really cool crane. 5.5 feet tall? Am I reading that right? That's crazy. That's massive. But yeah, there's some cool sets here. I think there's probably one that there was another one there. It wasn't sealed, so I didn't get it. But yeah, these are cool. Look at that. 6 feet. I think that's 6 feet tall, right? I think that's correct. That's crazy. That's really, really tall. And yeah, let's see the other side. I haven't looked at this. I don't know. Oh, here's some more sets. This is probably where the other set that I saw at the place is, or was. And yeah, there's some cool stuff. There's one of those cases. And we can see, I'm trying to find it if I can see it. It's in the same type of packaging as this one. But I don't really think I see it on here. But yeah, this is pretty cool. I like this. Nice little pamphlet to see what other sets there were at the time. So, kind of interesting. 50 models. Wow. But yeah, that's going to be it, basically. I really like this set. For a first Connect set, it's a really good one. It's really cool. And I'm happy to have it. Anyway, I do hope you enjoyed. I shall see you tomorrow for a pretty cool Lego set. So, stay tuned. Goodbye.